they are not blacks. But most times we do not understand black is a skin. Yeah, let's assume that we are black because it's our skin color. But I'm a Somalian, I'm a Kenyan, I'm a Nigeria. Is your colonial master that gave this name to you, that gave this country's name to you. So sometimes, even in Nigeria, I see people killing, fighting themselves and defending Nigeria. I'm a Nigerian. Nigeria must be one. This, that, all this fight. Though I don't want to talk about that because that's not what I'm here to discuss about African business model, African inventions, and African technology because it seems that so many people believe that uh, African African existence starts from colonization or starts from the as Africa is true that have lived more than 1,000 years even before the colonial masters came. I don't know what they came to Africa. The only thing I discover what they do is they destroyed our growth because Africa was their economy was booming, even though they are what the normal or common trade then is or a kind of this agriculture, fishing and all that. But they were doing well within themselves before the colonial masters came. So what they came to do is to just obstruct our growth. And when they obstruct the growth, they introduce their Western education, they introduce their churches, their Christianity, their Islam, into all these things they introduce. We don't need. I've told people down with a number that we don't need those things. We don't need those their technology. We don't need those their West education. Some people will say, if you don't need the education, what? Why are you speaking English? What? Because English have been a way that we have to communicate with whether if you're Kenyan, if you are Zimbabwe, if you're South African, if I don't talk like this because this word they have reduced us to this level that we believe that English if you don't speak undermine English that we cannot communicate. So now we are that's why I'm communicating and thank God for that. We're using it to communicate with each other. So there are many things I want to talk about but this African mentality on understanding our environment most because I don't want to do more of criticizing or blaming. No. I don't want to blame the white people. I don't want to blame the colonial masters. I don't want to blame anybody, but I want us to look our environment. It's time to look on our environment and try to develop our environment. Our forefathers tried it before the obstruction came. And so many people said, mm, the black didn't invent anything, everything what that was invented was white invention. But you don't do your research. If you do your research, well, you find out that even before the colonial masters came, Africa was fast developing and there were technology which our forefathers invented. But the only difference, well, I will explain that why it's not technology. This uh, invention which our forefathers did, uh, there were no. Okay, let me explain. There are no scientific laws to back it up. There were no scientific laws because white people will come up, they will write, okay, this they will introduce the education. If you apply this and this, you will give this. So there were no scientific laws or scientific write up that declares even if that person that invented this thing, if it's no more, who these people that will take over, how are they going to take over? Because there's no law guiding it, there's no written authority over it. Do you understand? But there's another in my spirit that is telling me that these people, colonial master that just came up with to disrupt our growth or destroy our growth. I still if there's tendency that they took over some of even those our ancestors that were able to write some laws down. They took the ones that is already made, they took it to their to study for their own self. So they destroyed the one they were able to destroy them. They took the one they were able to take away. So that's why there's no books left for us. Only those one that the white people introduced to us, which is Bible and some book that don't have meaning or don't have a scientific explanation. So there are in our university these days in our schools, all we read is books that don't have scientific proof, they don't have application, physical application. So if you read books that don't have physical application, what is the essence? What is the value of the book? So you read Divide the Airs. Those they Divide the Airs. You read you remember the 30 states of Nigeria, Abuja, this, that. If you memorize those things, how are you going to apply it in the physical world? So for me, I would say that we don't need those education. We need to come back. If you ask me to, become a president of Africa, or what will I do? I will tell you that I will destroy our education system. I will destroy the foundation brought by the Westerners and we will start afresh. And there's a saying that when you fall, you start afresh. And this time you are not starting totally from scratch, you are starting from experience. Africa, we have had experience both the ones we have on ourselves and both the one introduced. So if at all we pack up, okay, we are let take your electricity, take your phones, take your laptops, take your motors, go. Let's stay in darkness and develop ourselves within ourselves. We are not starting. At least we have had these experiences. Okay, there's phone and there's this. We are not starting from there, but we are starting from the things our memory. How can we develop this thing that is suitable within our ecosystem or our environment? Do you understand? That's how we are going to go. That's how we are going to explore. Now this they introduce from one education system to another. Now is coding. You learn coding, you learn data analysis, you learn this, you African keep on learning and learning. And all these things is not suitable in our environment or our own knowledge. So we have to, even if we want to grow, we have to come back in our environment and grow within the limits of our environment so that we know. Do you know how many companies in Africa that folded? It's not because of corruption, but they have equipment, foreign equipment. But when you have issue with the people that install the equipment, nobody to take care of. Do you know how many, even in Nigeria, even the whole Africa, how many equipment, how many companies that food there, nobody to take it because those equipment is more friendly in our environment. Do you know the carbon, the environmental destruction all this equipment have cost us? And they don't care because all this mining, all this extraction of oil, all these things, you know what is causing our environment. Go to River State, go to those people that have oil, go to their environment and see to yourself how those uh, discoveries have destroyed their environment. Do you understand? But does it mean that there's no other way to? There's other ways to mine it. There's other way to invent to get those extract those things that is friendly to our environment. Because but we don't think we don't create. It's given to us. That's why I'm saying and I keep on saying that we need to grow within our environment. We need to study what good for our environment. We need to destroy this education system. We need to destroy this Christianity. We need to destroy this Islam. We need to come back within ourselves. Now, another thing I talk about is uh, character development. Character, like I said, that I don't want to put blame in anybody. Let's put in if you come to people say I'm a content creator. If you ask people today in this internet or social media have really exposed Africans and how we think. Most people today, men, is the only thing they can talk about is comedy. Comedy make people laugh. What will people learn from it? If you make money on comedy here, so what will people learn from it? What are you going to establish? and our women are they are not to naked for internet dance for money. I'm not blaming anybody, but that is the situation that we have to talk about it now. What happened to families? What happened to our family establishment? What happened to our family histories? What happened to understanding how African families function? What happened to all these things? Because we are not talking about it. So it's time to study about African history, about African families, about African invention, about African technology, everything about in our environment. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to comment so that I will this more when I make other videos that will you know we talk about all this African development, African business model, and how to grow our resources and how to grow our environment within our means, even using this modern technology, and how to invent technologies that is suitable for our own environment. So we discuss about all these things and how to develop our mental ability, our character, our mentality, our brain, our character, and our business, the business development and business analysis. This is what my channel will be talking about. Okay, so like I was saying, now how do we develop our character? How do we develop our technology? How do we develop all these things? So this is high time for us to think about things that we need to think about, memorize things that we need to memorize, reason things that we really need to reason. Okay, so I'm just live on this video to for us so that we can discuss things that we need to discuss. We can come up with ideas that ideas that will help us grow. We'll come up with things that will come up with things that will help us to grow within African cities. Now, if you see our leaders, it's not because they are not creative. That is the problem. Our leaders are they are not creative. They don't know they don't know what to do within the resources that we have. They think they do we have enough resources, but how can we get those resources? How can we utilize those resources? How can we mobilize them? How can we you know duplicate them? How can we make value, create value for these resources? We are not creative. We are not thinking. We are not, developing. That's all that in Africa. We have everything, so we need to develop within our means. Well, mutually, individually, collectively, we need to develop. That's what African technology is all about. That's what African mentality is all about. That's why African black listening is all about. Okay, so that is what it is. So the other thing we need to do is we need to come back to the drawing line and think about these things. We need to be creative. All right, I will drop a link to where you can join us to we discuss about business development. Like, okay, let me talk about African business model because in the topic is everything we are just trying to discuss. Let's talk about African business model. African business model. Our like we in modern world we talk about affiliate marketing. Do you know that our forefathers, our African ancestors, they have they have been the business of uh, affiliate marketing right from time. Because when I was growing up, I saw necessarily where the tribe I'm coming from. If you you make money or you have a business model, you have invented a business. How do you bring other people? Look at how we do it, Africans do it then. You bring your brother, let's say your brother or a friend, son, or a friend, relative, you bring him to the business, okay. Hey, it's apprenticeship method. You will serve me for 5 years. After serving me for 5 years, they write agreement. There's a pattern of agreement they write. Then there's no, like I said, there's no written agreement, but they call you call your people, me as the boss, I call my people, you as the person I want to carry, you call your people, your father, everybody will be there. They discuss, okay, my son will serve you for 5 years. After serving you for 5 years, you will, you know, establish the same business to my son and show him how to, you know, start run the business. That's the apprenticeship system. After 5 years, some serve for 7 years. After 7 years, you find out, okay, I will establish you. That person will what is this school system that don't teach you anything in school? You, you come out from school, you learn nothing. You find out that you have to still you learn how to you have to still look for a job after 5 years, after 7 years. Well, this apprenticeship system have solved this problem. You know, and then after 5 years, that person will get established. Some will get married to you. If you are reach the age of getting married, they will marry you. Some will rent house for you, rent shop for you. Then they will still monitor how your business grows. After so yeah, they will monitor your business growth after 2, 3, 4 years. They will now leave you then because they have monitored your business growth. You are doing well. That's how people billionaires are made then. Now people struggle within themselves. All these things have gone. Now another, well, let me. That's apprenticeship system. African parents, African ancestors are introduced, and we are doing it, and it's working. Before the collision or the disruption came. Now another affiliate marketing method I know that affiliate marketing is you not introducing if you don't have a business you are doing, you don't have product, you introduce other people products to maybe have a you buy you have to source for clients that will buy a particular product. You now introduce that product. After that, they will give you a commission. That's what affiliate marketing is all about. So forget about big time affiliate marketing. You should to source products that you don't have, other people have, and connect buyers to this product. It's not even connecting buyers. Claim that affiliate marketing is claim that you have this product. If these people pay you, you have a established relationship with somebody, you go and carry that product and sell, even because that person will not know that you don't have the products. All the next time you will come back to you. That's the real affiliate. That's time you want to buy, you will come back to you and buy. You still, get that commission. And you can some people establish businesses from there. So African ancestors know these things and they have been doing it. So why will white people come up now and try to introduce affiliate marketing? And we are rushing into affiliate marketing, and maybe we thought that affiliate marketing is everything, you know. So this so I've trying to highlight what affiliate marketing is all about. So our African ancestors they did it, or even when I was growing up, I saw my fathers they were doing it. If you don't have a particular, if you don't have here, if somebody have them, somebody wants to buy. It's okay. How much are you going to? I have, but it's not. It's somewhere in the other village or in the other community. Well, how much I'm selling to so much. You make a contact with just with do you say, yeah, do you still have stove? Do you still have them? Do you still have a phone? You say yes. Okay, how much are you selling? How much are you selling last? You bargain the business with that person. All those things come to those people in uh, in land. Kind of what is the land? Real estate. You don't have a room. You don't have a house. You don't have a land. But somebody have a land. You find who owns the land. Okay, I have land. Oh. You say yes, I have land, but can you sell it? Ask that person how much are you selling. Person say I'm selling 2 million. Okay, the land is 2.5. They pay you. That's affiliate marketing. That's networking or anything you call it, affiliate marketing networking. Our African ancestors have done that. So I want us to learn African. Learning this Western pattern of it will prolong all issue. But if you learn, like I have connection now, if you want to learn vocational skills, if you want to learn through it. I have people that I can connect to learn through it. That's what I'm trying to help Africans to develop their mentality. We go back, we use our ancestral business development model, then we will combine it with this modern development model. We join them together, then see how we can fast grow, we fast track our growth, knowledge, and wealth creation. That's what our platform is about. Like I said, make a comment on this session, subscribe to my channel so that you see other videos that relate to this topic and everything about East African business model, inventions, technology, and you know innovation. All these things is what we discuss in this program. So I think I've tried to go within my limit. I will stop here, and like we have discussed, we talk about uh, Africa in our environmental growth. We talk about you know do we talk about leadership? Yes, we talk about African leadership model. Yeah, we talk about African leadership model. We talk about African educational system. We talk about African development. We talk about our ecosystem, environmental development. Those all things we are going to discuss and we talk about is in our this thing. And we still learn modern technology or modern skills, combine it with the modern skills to develop our mental ability. Remember, we still talk about character, mental development, which is very important. Nothing we can grow without our mental and character development. Character is important, not our women coming to social media to neglect, to dance and show their private parts. We need to develop ourselves. We need to develop. We are more than some things. We are blacks and we are the most intelligent race in the world. So we need to put that, okay? So, like I said, put down on the button, subscribe, comment, and share this. So, this by the end of this stream. Hope we'll see you next time. Bye for now.